and welcome to another of my pick a card reading. So this pick a card reading is going to be about what does your inner child want to tell you. Yeah, and I feel like it's going to be short and sweet messages from your inner child. Hopefully, what does they want to say to you? So there's two pie to pick from. Pie one is this Amazonite and this color crayon. Pie two is this opalite and this lilac purple crayon, and pie 3 is this yellow calcite and this yellow color crayon. And yeah, of course, at the end of each pile I'm gonna give you an original poetry written by me as a message from your inner child. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Let's go. Hello pie 1, whoever chooses this color, this aqua green and this Amazonite. So today we'll be doing a reading on what does your inner child want to say to you. Messages from your inner child. Pie 1 message from your inner child is that they want you to seek more joy, seek more fulfillment, seek what makes you happy, fulfill yourself. Because I feel like maybe when you were growing up, you might not have that. I feel like maybe when you were growing up, you have to do a lot of things that you have to do, like responsibility, or there isn't time to have fun, or maybe your parent figure or your guardian did not encourage you to do thing that you like, but more of thing that you have to do. So whatever it is, I feel like your inner child is asking you to connect with them, and how to connect with them is to what make you happy, your joy. So whatever make you feel like a child again, like for example watching cartoon, watching animation, Disney movie that make you feel like you're a child again, connected to your childhood and connected to the part of you. Because I feel like your inner child really want to connect with you. Pie 1, they feel like you have been quite responsible and quite active in life, and that's great, but I feel like your inner child is feeling a bit neglected and abandoned and unreciprocated, because maybe there's a lot of things that you're doing for duty, but not a lot of things that you're doing for fun. And your inner child really want to have fun with you. They want to spend time with you, pie 1, like have fun, play together, or like going back to our activity that we used to do for fun. Just thing that fulfill our soul, thing that make you feel excited again. Try to find what make you feel excited, like giddy, like a child again. For example, for some of you would be like I said, watching your favorite cartoons or play games again. Yeah, it's something very small, but it mean a lot to your inner child. Yeah, I feel like if lately you feel like you have to abandon that childlike side of you to become more like an adult. It's like, for example, if you feel like I'm an adult now, I have no time to play around, I have responsibility, I have duty, I have even if you have actual child or you have responsibility to take care of, you have work to do, there isn't time or place for that side of me anymore. I feel like your inner child really want you to reconsider that. Like, they don't want you to discard that side of you, that childlike side of you, that playful side of you, because the childlike side of you, your inner child, is part of you. And no matter how old you are, or no matter how many responsibility you have and have to do your duty, your inner child is a part of you, and they would like to be included as part of your day more, as part of your life more. They would like you to curve time for them more. And yeah, in order to feel that excitement in life again, I feel like if you haven't feel really excited in life, kind of feel like life is kind of dull, or kind of not sad per se, but like there isn't anything that evokes your joy, I feel like that part of you that feel joy is directly connected to your inner child. And when you connect to your inner child, you will be able to connect to your joy again, what makes you joyful. Yeah, they just want to come out and spend time with you, and your inner child like understand that you are like an adult now. You became an authority figure in your life in some way, like maybe you, like I say, maybe you're a parent yourself, or you are a boss, or you're like in a position of authority in life, and you might feel like the childish side of me have to go because I am in this position in life. I don't have time to play around, and your inner child really wants you to not do that, because that childlike part of you is what connecting you to joy, and it connecting you to your happiness and your joy. And if you like ignore that part of you, or trying to get rid of that part, it's like you're trying to get rid of your joy or your happiness over your responsibility and what you have to do. And I feel like living that like that, it's kind of gonna be hard. So in a way, your inner child just want to warn you about like this kind of mindset, because your inner child is very important to how much you connect to your inner child is how much you're gonna feel fulfilled and happy in life. So yeah, Pie 1, I'm gonna give you this whisper of love and see how can you connect to your inner child more. Number 8, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Yes. A rainbow, a ship. Number 8, yeah, love who you are. Who you are is playful. Who you are is, you could even say shy. Like, who you are is very happy person. Like, very playful, very curious, like a child. I feel like your characteristic is like that of a child. Like, wonders, curious, very happy with little things, and like to have fun, you know. And yes, that is a big part of you, but you are also like an emperor. You are the authority figure in your life. You are very empowered, you're very responsible, you're very hardworking, action orientated, and that's also another part of your life, Pie 1. Another part of you, Pie 1, a big part of you as well. And both can be true. You don't have to pick one or the other. Like, there's a time and a place for both of those sides of you, no matter how old you are. And number 8, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Be your own advocate. Believe in yourself. Love who you are, and the energy of self-love will help you to realize your dream. When was the last time you gave yourself a pat on the back or acknowledged that you love yourself? Working on having a good relationship with yourself will enable you to have a positive relationship with others. How you manage your self-worth is crucial to how you view the world and your place in it. Love begins and ends with you. How you treat and feel about yourself is of paramount importance. Love is contagious. When you are surrounded by people who are full of love, You may find it easier to love who you are. A maiden extends from the bow of a ship into the heavens. The ship on a rough ocean could mirror the need to amp up your practice of self-love. As you extend your focus to higher possibility, the waters and your emotion will calm, and the journey of life will be more aligned with all you dream about. Yes, calm. I feel like if you seek calmness, if you seek stillness, if you feel a bit restless or a lot of tension, and you don't know where that's coming from, it's coming from how you kind of not disconnected with your inner child. I feel like your inner child is full of love and they have so much thing to offer. If you're looking for your 10 of cup, it's with your inner child. It's with how you connect with your inner child. They will bring you to your 10 of cup. I feel like if you have this misconception that, oh, it's time to, if I want to be successful in life, if I want to be my own boss, if I want to achieve a lot, there's no time to play, or there's no time for that side of me, that childlike side of me anymore, because it's time to work. I feel like that is a big misconception, Paiwan, because I feel like for you, particularly your inner child, is the key to bring you towards your success, towards your 10 of cup, towards your fulfillment. They are a big part of who you are. Your inner child will guide you towards what you're looking for. If that is calmness, if that is inner peace, stillness, success, 10 of cups. So what is fulfillment? What's fulfillment mean to you? Your inner child actually have the answer for you. I'm going to pull more cards to see what does your inner child want you to specifically do, like specific action, or what do they want to ask of you? What does your inner child want you to specifically do, Paiwan? For them, okay, moon. Oh, okay, Pai. One, I feel like your inner child want you to go within. With the moon, I feel like, yes, your inner child is a bit hidden away, like a bit maybe deliberately hidden away, or even unconsciously hidden away, and they want you to explore your inner child more, as in even specifically connect with your childhood fear. If you can't remember or reminisce about when you were a child, what was your particular fear? Like, if you can remember what particular fear you had as a child, maybe for example, as a child, I feel like as a teenager even, my fear was speaking up, as in I was very shy when I was young, and my biggest fear was like, speaking in front of class, in front of people. And yeah, so if you can go back and maybe remember what were your biggest fear when you were a child, and does it still exist now? Does it still prevalent in your life? Has anything changed? And yeah, it could be very scary. It could be, no one want to think about what are their fears when what are the biggest fear. It's not a pleasant thing to be reminiscing or thinking about, but I feel like that's something you do have to recognize, because fear is something we don't understand. But if we try to understand them, then they're not scary anymore. I feel like your inner child wants you to understand your fear, go within, understand your fear, and connect with that part of you that dream big. With the moon, as well, like not only your fear, like when you were a child, what were your biggest dream, your childhood dream. For example, like personally, when I was a child, my dream was to be an actress or even a teacher. Simple thing like that. Oh wait, actually I just remember when I was a child, my biggest dream was I want to be a fashion designer, weirdly. Yeah, that's it. It's like, think back to when you were young, any age, when you were young, what were your biggest dream and what were your biggest fear? And does they still affect your life now? And reflect on that, process that, in a way, where have all that gone? Where did our fear goes? Did it go anywhere, or is it still there? Where had our dream and our goals gone? Like, is it still there, or is it still here? That dream, for example, my dream of wanting to be a fashion designer, like where did that go? And where did it come from? How is that came to be? All this question, reflection, maybe some journaling one about your childhood self. Yeah. And I feel like that kind of, sound a bit bothersome, but I feel like your inner child really advise you to do all this, to connect with them more, like journal, reflecting about your younger days. Like my biggest dream was I want to be a fashion designer, because when I was young I used to play with Barbies a lot and I would dress them up, and yeah, all these thoughts you have as a child. And to understand yourself more, I feel like whatever you're looking for or whatever feeling you're searching to feel might be in that you could even say a little bit of time travel, like reminiscing to that time. Yeah, that's what your inner child want you to do, specifically part 1, reflecting, journaling, remembering your fear, your biggest dream, and and question them, like, are they still here or where did they go? Get a little bit in touch with your past. Okay, part 1, I'm gonna give you original poetry written by me as a message from your inner child. Okay, part 1, my poem I'm giving you is called Who You Can Be. When you stop holding tight to who you thought you were and instead be open to new possibilities of you, then you'll see who you truly are or can become. Weak foundation must be undone, own identity forgotten. Mind full of limitations cannot attract abundance because you are not open to receive them. It's time to wake up and see the possible version of who you can be. So I feel like when you were young, there's your dreams and your fear were unlimited. I feel like there isn't a limit to what you can dream or what you can fear. At what point in your life where the limit were placed? If we can reminisce to a particular moment where our dreams are told, that particular moment in time where the limits are placed, because that's when we disconnected from our inner child. I feel like that's particular moment. And yeah, I feel like your inner child just want to be remembered more than anything, want to be considered more than anything, because in the name, I feel like you have a lot of responsibility to do. Part 1, like in the name of duty, we must sacrifice our emotion, but I feel like your inner child want to call you back to the other side of you, where your emotion is what they just want to remind you that your emotion is also part of your duty. We do have a duty to fulfill our happiness, our joy, and that inner child inside us, that's need the attention. And yeah, that's what your inner child want to say to you. Part 1. I hope that resonated in some way. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. And if you want to read more of my original poetry, you can follow me on Instagram below. And that's it, part 1. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Bye bye. Hello, part 2. I have choose this opal and this lilac color, light purple, so pretty. So today's reading is going to be about what does your inner child want to say to you. So, part 2, inner child. What does your inner child want to say to part 2? Part 2, inner child. What does part 2, inner child want to say to part 2? Okay. We got the 2 of Pentacle, 8 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and 7 of Pentacle. On the back you got the 2 of Swords. And I'm gonna give you these cards. Oh, that's a lot. Just gonna take this one at the back. To whom do I owe the biggest apology? No one's been crueler than I've been to me. We never thought we'd get this far, but here we are. Part 2, what does your inner child want to say to you is that I feel like maybe when you were young, or maybe your childhood hasn't been the best. Maybe you have a rough time growing up, and your inner child wants to say like, yeah, we did. Something like that. And yeah, we never thought we'd get this far, but here we are. And number 77 might be 77 and 22 might be significant to you. Yeah, I feel like part 2 in particular, I feel like you have to work hard to heal your childhood wound, your childhood trauma. I feel like when you were young, some of you might had moved a lot, like moved around a lot, and that has been really hard, really rough on you, because it's like, and the move might be sudden as well, like suddenly you have to move to a new place and then get enrolled into a new school, and suddenly you have to move again. And for some of you, I feel like if your parents were divorced and you have to adjust to living separately, like between, just example, like your mom and your dad, like you have to go back and forth between 2 parents, like, and they might be living in a different place from each other, so you have to move back and forth a lot. Excuse my example, but Twilight, just an example. I am reading Twilight, and in the book 1, if you read it, if you know what I'm talking about, Bella, her father Charlie and her mom, I think her name is Renee, I don't remember, they're divorced, so Bella have to go back and forth between Fork and Phoenix when she was young. Like she would stay in Phoenix with her mom, and in the summer she would come and spend time with her dad in Fork, something like that. Yeah, like back and forth between the divorced parent, for some of you, if that resonates. And I feel like that hasn't been easy. That has been quite, I feel like, confusing, and I feel like whatever that happened was very upheaval to you, to your young mind, like very shocking, very something that unexpected to you, by 2, and it would have shocked you. It was shocking to you as a child. It's like you didn't expect this to happen, or it was shocking to you that you have to operate this way, like going back and forth or moving suddenly have to adjust to a new environment, new school, for example, and that hasn't been easy to you. It hasn't been easy at all, and your inner child want more than anything, they want you to acknowledge how difficult it was, acknowledge that we were dealt a difficult situation, and we did the best we can with the thing we got. And with the six of Wands, I feel like pie 2 more than anything as well, your inner child is very proud of you for rising above this, whatever happened, for working so hard to, heal that particular trauma. I feel like your inner child thought, maybe in the past, you or your inner child would have thought that we will never get over this thing. For example, we will never get, just an example, our parents' divorce. Like, it's something that we will never get over, and we will never accept that. It's something that will forever hurt us. And I feel like recently that thought must have been healed in some way, because your inner child feel quite they feel quite surprised that we don't think like that anymore, as in we have healed. The divorce doesn't bother us as much anymore. That's just an example. It could be about the moving, having to leave behind your one life. And so we have come to a point of acceptance of what happened in the past. And it took us a while. It took us a lot of hard work, a lot of self-reflecting, inner work, a lot of reprogramming to come to this point of acceptance. And it was a decision on your part. You decided to heal this particular trauma of yours. Yeah, it could be like, for example, you witnessed the divorce of your parents, so now it's like, ingrained in you that you won't ever gonna get married, because what's the point when it's gonna end like a divorce, like my parent anyway. It's just an example, but I feel like your inner child feel quite surprised and a little bit joyful, a little bit shocked as well, very happy that we have come out of that, no longer believing that, no longer scared to, for example, get married, to fall in love, no longer scared of what happened. And that's amazing. Your inner child just want to praise you, honestly, Paitu, for working on that, for rising above that, and for healing the part of you that were in a way in shock in some way. It's like you did a lot of work, Paitu, to suit that part of you that had to go through a lot of upheaval or abrupt changes. And your inner child just want to praise you that you did a good job healing us, soothing us, telling us that whatever happened should no longer bother us anymore. And that's such amazing work, Paitu. So that's just what your inner child wants to tell you the most. And next I'm going to give you this whisper of love to see how can you love yourself more from your inner child. Oh, actually, how can you love your inner child more? And I feel like Paitu, you already have given your inner child a lot of love to be able to get this praise from them. But we're just gonna see anyway. What can you do, Paitu, to love your inner child more? Okay. Wow, number 37. Act as if your partner is here, whether you have someone in your life or not. Act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Yeah. That particular fear of you might be like the fear of falling in love, getting married, or if that's in your plan, it's just, getting, you could even say close or attached to someone, because you, as a child, you might have witnessed that bond being severe suddenly, so that might be one of your fear, to bond, to connect with a person. And I feel like you had worked a lot on that particular fear to be able to dream again of having a partner, to be able to not fear getting close or connect to someone. Even marriage is like, maybe in the past, just for example, you feel like, oh, you will never get married because of how messy my parent divorce is. I'm never gonna get married. But now I feel like that beliefs have flipped, and now you work on that a lot, and now you feel like, maybe I love myself enough to know that I want to get married, because I feel like no matter what happened, I can get through it with my love to myself. It's like you heal that part of you that are scared of love, marriage, a bonding, of a connection, and your inner child are really, really proud of you with that. So if in the past you might have been a skeptical person of love, like, oh, I don't really want love, like, I don't think I was made out for it, I don't think I can fall in love is not for me, there isn't true love. And I feel like you had worked through all that so much that, oh look, butterfly, maybe your side do so much that now you are connected to your most desire, and you have faith in that area of your life, in love. And your inner child is so happy for you and so proud of you, because they want to tell you that you deserve love, you deserve an amazing partner, you deserve a lover, you deserve a bond, a connection. And it's like, even if you're single or not, like if you're single and you have the faith that you will have a beautiful connection, beautiful partner, then your inner child is already feel like you had already show your inner child that it's possible with your faith. And if you're in a loving, committed relationship with someone, you had shown your inner child that it's possible. You could even say rewrite history for them, that love, connection is possible. It will not end in flame or in separation. Yeah, you have showed that to them, your inner child, in particular way. I don't know, it's depend on the person, but you have showed them, Paitu, you have shown your inner child that love is real, partnership is real. It doesn't have to end in separation. You can have it, that too. So Paitu, I'm just gonna pull more cards to see what does your inner child want you to do specifically. What are they asking of you to do specifically? Okay. Oh, okay, 4 of Cups. I feel like Paitu, your inner child want you to rest assured that you have everything you want and need. And if you feel like you don't, or if you don't have everything you want, they want to assure you that, rest assured that you will have everything you want and need. Like I said, if you're single, you will encounter a loving partner. If you are desiring security in, like, don't have to move all the time, a place where you can put down roots, then your inner child want you to reassure you that you will have it, as in act as if you already have it. That saying where you are what you attract, in a way your inner child want you to be rest assured that you will have everything you need. Because I don't know why they want to tell you that, but they want you to, specifically they want you to act like you have everything you need, everything you want, or everything you will ever want will come to you. So they just want you to rest assured in that knowledge, and live the life you already have. What is that saying? Live your life like you already have everything you ever want. Yeah, that's kind of saying, and it could be difficult in a way, because sometimes we might focus on what we don't have yet, or what we could have, what we really want to have, but we don't. But your inner child really advise you to act like you really have everything you have. Act like you have everything you want and need already, because they just want to assure you that by doing that, you are suiting the part of you that's scared that thing will be taken from them, because nothing can be taken from you truly. Pi 2, your inner child want to assure you that we have everything we need, and we can go, and any situation, difficult situation that we went through, we are still us, we're still whole. There's nothing missing. We're not lacking in anything. We're complete. We're all here. So they want you to reassure you in that. So specifically, what they want you to do is to reaffirm yourself every day. Maybe affirmation, I have everything I need, and everything I want and need will come to me. They really want you to reassure yourself of that facts. So that's what your inner child want you to do specifically. Pi 2. Pi 2, I'm gonna give you an original poetry written by me. This one is called Homesick, number 40. Homesick, I was looking for my home all along, but I didn't realize that there's a home within me. I was just too in pain to see. Home is not a place, but a feeling you created, and a sacred space you protected, a boundary you put up so people who do not respect you cannot cross. You are home. You've always been home. No need to find it. You are it. You have it in you to heal, to live, to keep yourself safe. You are your home, and it can never be replaced. Okay, so that's a poem from your inner child, Pi 2. Yes, that's exactly what they want to tell you, and exactly what they want you to realize. You are your home. You have it in you to protect it, to heal it. And I feel like you are doing that with the 7 of Pentacles. You are really doing the work, Pi 2, and they're really proud of you, and they want to thank you for making them realize that yes, we are everything we ever want and need. There's nothing missing. We are whole and we are fulfilled. And yeah, they just want to praise you for doing the inner work, Pi 2. And yes, that's it, Pi 2. That was the message from your inner child. I hope it was helpful or resonate in any way, and please don't forget to subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think, and if you want to read more of my original poetry, you can follow my Instagram below as well. And yeah, that's it, Pi 2. Thank you so much for being here and listening. Bye bye. Hello, Pi 3. Whoever choose this yellow calcite and this kind of yellow mustard crayon. So today we'll be doing a reading on messages from your inner child. So let's see, what does your inner child want to say to you? Oh. Okay. That's a lot of cards. So you got the 8 of Swords, the Chariot, the 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and 5 of Wands. At the back you got the 10 of Cups. I'm also going to give you these cards. That was fast. Okay, the only way to escape is to change. And the card you got is, and when tomorrow comes, you call it today. Time remains an illusory play. Okay, pie 3, what does your inner child want to say to you? So first of all, number 7 might be significant to you. Maybe 7 could be a number indicating your inner child. For you specifically, pie 3. Like if you see 7, maybe your inner child want to connect with you. So 8 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like your inner child messages for you, pie 3, is that they want to tell you right away that you are not trapped, you are not stuck, and things can really change. In a way, I feel like maybe something happened like that when you were young, when you were a child. There's a situation where it made you feel trapped. But with the 8 of Swords, it indicates that the emotion might be, the feeling of stuck or trapped might be an illusion constructed from your mind. In reality, maybe in the objective view of reality, you are not trapped. And yeah, with the Chariot as well, as in the Chariot indicate that you can go, you can, run. The way forward is open. There isn't any trap, any like prison. I don't know why, but that's what your inner child want to say to you, Patri, is that the way forward is open to you if you want it. The way forward is there. There is a way. You are not stuck or trapped anywhere because you are free. With the Chariot, you are definitely free and you can go anywhere. With the 7 of Pentacles as well, is that the only thing you need is commitment and discipline towards your path that you want to go. And your inner child just really want to tell you this, and they want to tell you that it's not too late. The best time to start is now. And with the Ace of Swords, your ideas, your imagination is the way forward. With the 5 of Wands, I feel like your inner child want to confirm to you that you have a very big imagination. Like you have such a creative mind. Your mind is so, you could say, complex, like deep, very full of imagination. Like, you can have such a mind that's so brilliant that if you write, you can build like a world building in your mind, a whole universe in there, a whole realities, a whole stories in your mind. And your inner child want you to use that imaginative mind of you, that brilliant mind that you have, to create, to imagine, to envision a reality you want, that you want to live, like dream wild. When we were young, as a child, children have such a strong, like, wild imagination, because there isn't limit. They can just imagine anything that would happen, anything they ever have. It's like, for example, maybe when you were young, you dream of becoming a princess with her own castle, with her own prince, and like this wild, unlimited spirit of imagination. Like, anything could happen, you could be anything. So your inner child just want to remind you that we have such a brilliant mind. There's a whole world up there in our mind, and instead of imagining the worst case scenario, why don't we turn it around and imagine a world where everything we want can come true? Because it definitely can. And it might feel uncomfortable at first, because it's like, whenever we envision ourselves or imagining ourselves having something, even manifesting something, like, for example, your own house, your own home, your own space, our logical, rational mind would immediately go in and go like, that could never happen because X, Y, and Z. Like, that could never happen because there isn't a way I can see it, or that could never happen in this economy. Getting your own place is, not in this reality. Like, that could, with it of sort, it's gonna be hard at first to start envisioning, imagining things without that reality limit in it. So just your biggest message, part 3 from your inner child, is that envision a life in detail, even like that you want, that is your 10 of cups, that would fulfill you. Because I feel like you do have such a wild imagination. I feel like you're the type of person who can do that, envision that life in details, about that fulfilling life of yours, your definition of success. And another thing is vision board. I feel like your inner child, even you, Patri, might be a visual learner. I feel like vision board would be great for you to manifest your dream reality. And when we do vision board, you can put in a lot of details, a lot of pictures, and I feel like your inner child really resonate with that. Like, they vibe with visual learning. They really like looking at pictures. Maybe when you were young, you like looking at picture book or something like that, like a story with a picture on it. Your inner child just want to tell you that your life is like that. Your life is like a story with picture book. If you can see the clear picture, you can see the next plot, the next story, or you can create your next chapter, your next story with pictures on it. It's your choice. You can choose to do that, and vision board is one of them. It's like, what's your inner child want you to apply that kind of mindset in your reality. It's like, what's gonna be the next chapter of my life? So, I'm gonna create that. The next chapter will be, and you envision it, and you put in pictures that you want your life to be like for example, a meadow, a house in the forest, horse riding, even, I don't know, like whatever is fulfillment to you, Patri. Print it out, put it in a picture book, and the story will write themselves. In a way, you are the one who writing the story. You are the writer of your own story. Your world, building your own world. Because I feel like you do that a lot in your imagination. If you're a writer, if you just like daydreaming, you have a world in your head already. Why not apply it in your world right now? And it's very particular, but your inner child loves storytelling, storybook. So this is such a specific thing. You don't have to do this, but one of the things that I see is like, get a copy print what's your next print thing that fulfill you and what you want to do or what you want your life to be like, your dream life per se. Print it out in pictures and put it in the copy, and then write like the next chapter of this story is that you, Patri, or the main character, is going horse riding with their best friend. Yeah, something like that. Very specific. It's like I say, storybook with pictures, but it's gonna be your life, Patri, and you are the one who writing that book. So I hope that makes sense, Patri. Your inner child just want to remind you that you have this power, you have this creativity that cannot be rivaled. Like your creativity, your imagination is so big that normal people would get lost, honestly, but you have a world in your mind, a world in your heart already. So they want you to use that to your advantage. And yeah, it's gonna be quite uncomfortable at first. It's gonna feel a bit even silly. It's like, this is so silly. Why am I like imagining this in my real life? Never gonna happen. This thing only happen in story. This thing only happen in fairy tales. That doesn't apply to real life. So this feeling, this uncomfortable, skeptical feeling might like come up at first when you start to do your vision board or storybooks. Yeah, because it's just a fantasy, and your inner child wants you to remind you that what you can imagine, you can definitely create. So yeah, just let yourself loose in your imagination, your wild imagination of your life. You are the main character and anything can happen, or you are the main character and you can create anything in that reality, that life, that world. So your inner child is just want to remind you of that and want you to let loose with your creativity. No need to cap it, to limit it even in your own reality. Your storybook, if you're gonna do that, like anything can happen, anything you want can happen in that storybook. So very specific concept of vision board and storybook in this pie. So yeah, pie tree, that's the main messages from your inner child. I feel like your inner child is so vibrant, they're so brilliant, they're so like with the yellow calcite, energetic, excited. They're definitely a creator. Your inner child love to create things, and I feel like the biggest challenge or the biggest project that they want to help you with creating pie tree is your dream life, your fulfillment life, your successful life. They're like, this is the biggest thing, the biggest project we can create yet, and they really like that challenge and they want to help you with that pie tree. So next I'm going to give you this Whisper of Love deck to see how can you love or connect with your inner child more. Yeah, I feel like your inner child is so positive. Where you see trap, where you see challenge, your inner child see. Oh, where you see like stuckness and trap, your inner child see challenge, and they love challenge. I feel like you might love playing game as well. Competitive game. I don't know what that is, but something like that, like Monopoly or something. Okay, how do I connect with the inner child? How can they love the inner child more? Number 6, be willing to express love to receive love. Yes. I feel like yes, a seashell feather might be significant, and I see here a pearl bracelet, so pretty. But yes, express love, definitely. Your inner child really want you to express all your desire if you can. Your inner child really encourage you to express your wants and needs and desire in life. Like, what do you want? Truly, without any limited belief, just go wide. They want to tell you to throw cautions to the wind and go wide. As in, like, what do you want in life? Oh, I want a true love partner, soulmate. Print it out, like a picture of that, I guess, and stick it in your storybook. What do you want? You want a house by the beach? Print it out and stick it by the book. Like, we expressing that desire is the first step. Expressing that desire without shame, without limit, without like, oh, maybe that's impossible, I would never get that. Without this kind of limited thought is the first step. They just want you to like go wild with your imagination. Yeah, with your vision board, in a way. Because you do have such a big, wild imagination, Poetry. I just keep saying that. Your imagination is like, it's so unique, it's beyond this world. So, number 6. Be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. You are a genuinely loving individual, yes, 100%. Expressing love to others help them feel supported, respected, and cared about. As you practice this custom, you will become more loving. When you want to be more loving, it is easy to recognize way of doing so. One way to express love is through eye contact. Your eyes are the most expressive part of your body. Making eye contact when you're speaking with someone, tell them you see, hear, and appreciate them. Try making eye contact with others, a daily practice. It is easy to become distracted by our busy lives, but a moment of eye contact can make a world of difference. To those who you communicate with, a young sea nymph makes eye contact with a small mermaid sitting in a seashell. The seashell represents the spiritual gift you possess. The feathers on the sea nymph head are about giving thanks or showing appreciation. Mermaids are usually a symbol of love. Share eye contact with those you speak to and see how it deepens your connection. Yeah, I feel like eye contact, yeah. Really, it reminds me of what I mentioned, like you're a visual learner. For some reason, Poetry is like that. It's like you, like what you can see, imagine in your mind's eye, as well as like what you can see physically. Maybe like a picture of, something that really help with your imagination or help with your manifestation. Because I feel like you need to see something in order to create it or manifest it. Like, for example, if you want to manifest a house by the beach, something like that, you need a picture of it. You need to go to Pinterest and like look for that picture in order to like believe it or imagine it, something like that. Something about like vision board. Yeah, your inner child love pictures, like something like that. Poetry. I want to pull one more card for like what does your inner child want you to do specifically with them or for them. But honestly, that's already came out with like doing the vision board or the picture story thing. But I did this for the other part, so I'm gonna do it for you as well. It's like, what does your inner child want you to do specifically for them? Poetry. Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay, we did get that card before. Yeah. With the hangman. Sorry. Hangman. I mentioned earlier is like surrender to your process, as in your imagination, like go wild. Like no need to let it flow. No need to like rationalize your desire, as in, oh, I want a house by the beach. Oh wait, I can't have that, not in this economy. Like the hangman, it's just your inner child just want you to go with the flow, the natural flow of your imagination. Just let your imagination flow without like rationality check or something. It's harder to do, because if you know, like for example, if you imagining yourself, if you have a goal, a new year resolution of like, oh, I want to become more fit this year. My new year resolution is I want to be fit and I want to go to the gym often. But then rational mind would go like, oh wait, I can't go to the gym that much because I don't have time and it's too expensive, something like that. It's like every time we want to do something, desire something, see a vision for ourselves in our life, the other rational mind came to limited that, because I feel like your mind tree is very powerful. Maybe even resonate with an overthinker, like thinking so much to the point of you might be the type to see like a solution to everything, but also a problem to everything as well. So that could be hard. But your inner child advise you to just let go, let the imagination flow. Pisces, Hangman is zodiac sign of the Pisces, and Pisces is about imagination, about dreamings, about very creative zodiac. And they're like, I consider Pisces to be a very good writer, have a very big imagination. It's like just let your imagination loose. Imagine your life, envision your life in a way that resonate with you, fulfill you, and no need to rationalize how it's gonna happen. The question is not like how it's gonna happen. I feel like inner child want you to go into the question of what do you want and why do you want it, and the how can come into the picture later. The how should not be involved in your process of imagining and envisioning. When you create your vision board, the question of how should not be there. So I feel like that's what your inner child want you to do. Like specifically your inner child want you to imagine your wildest dream, how your life will look like. Go wild, go like let loose, and that's what they want you to specifically do for them. Pi tree, I'm gonna give you an original poem written by me as a message from your inner child. This one is number 6. It's called A Paradigm Shift. I did post it in my Instagram if you want to check it out. Okay, a paradigm shift. What you couldn't see in the past, you can see it now, don't you? The patterns repeating like a circle. Life is a vicious cycle, yet still new pain form on top of old ones that's still buried beneath it all. I can see a door opening for the first time, but what does it take for me to walk through it? What need to trigger this infinite routine of normality? Will learning the truth changes you truly? The knowledge doesn't change the fact that I'm still me, still stuck in this place, wishing to be free. All it takes for the feeling of stuck and the desire to wishing to be free is a paradigm shift, a perspective shift, that you are already free and you have always been free with the shirt. And that perspective belief will change everything and how you perceive, and your inner child just want to remind you of that perspective shift. That's it, part 3. That was your messages from your inner child. I hope it was helpful in any way, and if it does, please don't forget to like and comment. Let me know what you think, and if you want to read more of my original poetry, you can follow my Instagram below as well. And that's it, part 3. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.